Okay, so we'll start off there with 2019, paper 2, question 1. So, the business has 28 employees. Their ages in years are given below. Okay, and they want you, the first part of that says to complete the Venn diagram showing the ages of the 28 employees. Okay, so it's important that you're able to fill in a stem and leaf diagram, right? So it tells us that the stem and leaf, the key for the stem and leaf is going to be 1, line 9, which means 19. So that tells us how we're supposed to input all this data. The most important thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you put them in order from smallest to largest, right? Okay, so we've got loads of room here. So we can write in the smallest to largest there. Okay, so we'll have 18, and we'll have 18, and we'll have 19. 18, 18, 19, so I'll put them in now. 18, 18, 19. Okay, we'll have 20, 21, 21, and 22. So that's 20, 21, 21, and 22. Okay, in the 30s, we have 33, or no, 32. Is there any 30s or no? So 32, 33, 33. So we'll put them down. 32, 33, 33. So next there you can see 34, 34. Sorry, it's 34, 34, 35. So we'll put them in. 34, 34, and 35. So any more 30s there? There's 39, and there is just 39. So we put that in. Cross it off. Okay, then we have our, there's no more 30s there, so now we're looking at the 40s. The smallest in the 40s will be 41. Then we have 42. So 41 and 42 are both gone in. Then we have 43, 43. Okay, so 43, 43. The next one there is 49. And then we have our larger numbers. So we have the 50s is all that's left. So the smallest there in the 50s is going to be 54, 55. So 54, 55. Okay. Next then will be 57 and 57. And next there will be 58. Okay, and then we have the last few of our 60s. So we have 63, 63, 63 and 63. And 64 and 65. Okay, and we can see there that we've everything crossed off. So if everything's crossed off, that means that we've everything laid out correctly, right? Now that we have everything laid out, we can start filling in the stem and leaf diagram. So that's the easy part, okay? So it's very, very important that you go from smallest to largest, okay? So you can't just put them in any order. If you put them in any order, you'll lose marks. You have to make sure you put them from smallest to largest. So we'll start with the smallest, which is 18. So 1 and 8 for 18. 1 and 8 for the second 18. 1 and 9 for 19. So that's all of our ones done. Okay. So the 20s. So we'll have 20. So 2 and 0 represents the first one. 21 and 21. Okay. And we can see there we've got 22 to put in also, right? It's 22. Now we're looking at our 30s. So we've got 32, 33, 33, 34, 34, 35, and 39, right? So 32 represents 32. 3 represents 33. 3 represents the next 33. 4 represents the 34. And 4 represents the next 34. And then we have 35. And then we have 39. Okay. So we're now looking at our 40s, and we'll have 41, 42, 43, 43, 49, right? So 1, 42, 43, 43, and 49. And finally, well, not finally, but our 50s, so 54, 55, 57, 57, 58. So 54, 55, 57, 57, and 58. And the last one there is 63. So 63, 63, 64, and 65. So that would be your stem and leaf diagram filled in. Good practice after you finished is just to count that you've got the correct amount of information. So there's 28 employees, so there should be 28 ages inside here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. So it's just a check that we do just to make sure that we've all of the information in. And if we've 28 people in, that means we've all the information in, so that's perfect. And that year, according to the marking scheme, that was worth 10 marks. Right, so we can move on there to part 2. So part 2, or part B we should say, says find the percentage of employees who are older than 40 years of age. Okay, so in order to find the percentage of employees that are older than 40 years of age, we need to count out how many employees there is. So the employees that are over the age of 40, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So obviously that's going to make 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so that's 14 employees out of a total of 28. So they want us to find the percentage of employees who are older than 40 years of age. So in order to work out that percentage, we need to write down what we have, which is 14 out of 28. And if we are to write that as a percentage, all we need to do is we need to multiply it by 100 over 1. And if you type that into your calculator, you'll get an answer of 50%. And that there was worth 5 marks. So part C. One employee is chosen at random on a day when all employees are present at work. Find the probability that the employee is a teenager, i.e. less than 20 years of age. So we'll need to have another look at this chart and we need to see how many people there are that are teenagers. So less than 20, there's 1, 2, 3 people there less than 20. So the probability of it being a teenager will be equal to 3 out of 28. Okay. Now you could write your answer as a decimal or you could write your answer as a percentage when you're given probabilities, but it's easy just to leave it as a fraction. In my opinion, that's the easiest thing to do. So that there was worth 5 marks that year. So that brings us on to part 2. So find the probability that the employee chosen is a person in their 20s or in their 30s even, whose age is even, or a person who is in their 40s whose age is odd. Okay, so a person who's in their, let's just push that up. So we bring our chart back in and we're going to look for a person who's in their 30s whose age is even. Okay, so if they're in the 30s and their age is even, I'm going to highlight them in blue. So if in the 30s and their age is even, so 32, or not 32, 34, 34, and there's only 3 of them there, isn't there? So we're also taking into consideration the people who are in their 40s and their age is odd. So the people in the 40s with an odd age, and we can see them there. So in total there we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's going to be 7 out of a total of 28. So the probability that we'll get a person in their 30s, and in the 30s they're even, aren't they? Yeah, so 30s even, or 40s odd. will be equal 7 out of 28. And that there was another 5 marks.